So nurturing involves a lot of different things, and you have to make sure that you do them at the right time. One of the first things to do is when you have a newborn puppy, get it used to the smell of human flesh. And rub the puppy on your cheeks, rub your hands, okay? Hold the puppy as a newborn and every day thereafter. The other thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we are making an impression on the neural pathways. It's my understanding that when a puppy is born, only the radial nerve, which extends to its forehead, I believe, is kind of active or fully formed. And that radial nerve, sometimes you'll see a puppy in the whelping box bobbing back and forth like that. And my understanding is that radial nerve looks for the warmth of the mother because that's where the food is. So we start with the Battaglia's neurostimulation exercises. We add early scent introduction to see if we get some kind of reaction. Labradors have unbelievable noses. In fact, a Labrador has 220 million scent receptors in its nose, while a human has 6 million. So if you're to try to figure that out physically, what it looks like, the scent receptors in a Labrador's nose laid next to each other would be the size of a handkerchief. The scent receptors of a human laid side by side would be the size of a postage stamp. So you can see just how important the nose is. And that's why Labrador Retrievers are used for bomb detection, drug detection, detection for juvenile diabetes to alert a child when their blood sugar has gone up or down. That's just what the dog was made for. The other thing the dog was made for, if you think about it and you think about why a Labrador Retriever is the best dog, let's start from the simple stuff. The first thing is that Labradors have a no-groom coat. In other words, they can get muddy and dirty, and when it dries, they'll shake it right off. Now, I'm not saying don't ever bathe the Labrador, but you don't want to bathe your Labrador too much because you're going to take out those oils. And, everybody always asks me about the puppy coat of a Labrador. It's not a puppy coat. It's their original coat, okay? It's the down that keeps Labradors warm when they go and jump in the frigid waters of St. John's Bay when the breed was first introduced. So the down underneath, it's called a puppy coat, but it's there their whole life. What happens is the dog, as it gets older, grows what we call guard hairs. And a Labrador's coat isn't supposed to be soft and shiny. A Labrador's coat is supposed to have a little bit of length to it and feel rough as you go with your hand across it. Because remember, everything in the dog was done to make it a worker, in other words, to hunt or to jump in water or something like that. I believe her name was Judy Fredono, and her surf dog Ricochet. She came up with this puppy prodigy process that we follow. And essentially, once the pups are starting to hear and they're starting to move, which happens around 3 weeks, and they've eaten their first real food, we start to get them to take steps. And they may not even be walking at this point. They're probably crawling. So we put a little of the gruel, which is the mushed up food, on our finger, and we're teaching the Labrador to take a step, the puppy to take a step, and then give him food. 2 steps and give him food. And in one day, the training exercise may be get the puppy to take 1 step, 2 steps, and 3 steps. That's it. And essentially what we're doing, eventually we got them climbing over our leg, going in circles. So essentially what we're doing is we're teaching that puppy that if you move your body position the way we want it, you'll get something good. And so we're teaching them how to learn, or giving them the incentive to learn. And probably if I've heard anything other than how wonderful our puppies are, it's that our puppies are ready to learn when they get to us. I've had a consultant here, he said our puppies leaving here that we donate are worth anywhere between $6,000 and $8,000. And I didn't understand that. I said, well, wait a minute. if we're selling a puppy for $2,000 to a pet home, why is our puppy worth $6,000 to $8,000? And so he explained to me that not only are you giving them something that doesn't cost them $2,000, but you're also eliminating the need for all these capital structures and the loans that come along with it, all the employees and the cost that comes along with those. We're absorbing all those things. And so if we give them a puppy that knows how to learn, its parents have been tested for hip, elbow, cataracts, genetic diseases. They've been tested in all these things, and then we say, here you go, to an organization that either doesn't have a program, breeding program, and because of that, they have no choice but to take dogs from the shelters. So we're enhancing the ability of every organization we donate our pups to get, more dogs to pass and reduce the cost, right? And the time it takes a veteran or a child with a special need to get a service dog.